I kept the volume down so you could always hear yourself. I put my dreams in boxes on the very highest shelf. I learned the language of your moods, the shadow in your eyes. I became the master of 1,000 small disguises. I thought if I was quiet, I'd be the peace you need to find. I thought if I was patient, you'd leave the world behind. I poured my water into yours until my well was dry. Never asking for a reason, never asking for a why. You saw the girl who smiled, you saw the girl who stayed. You saw the debt of devotion that I thought I bravely paid. But you only saw the surface of a river deep and wide. You never saw the hurricane I was holding deep inside. Because I loved you more than you knew, more than the words that I whispered to you. It was in the things I didn't say, the things I let you in, the way I made a sanctuary out of my own skin. You thought it was easy, you thought it was light, but I was holding up the ceiling in the middle of the night. You walked away so casually, like it was nothing new. But God loved you more than you knew. Yeah, I loved you more than you knew. I watched you take for granted every piece of me I gave, like I was just a shore and you were just a passing wave. I stayed awake to watch you sleep when your heart was full of fear. I was the only one who saw the falling of your tear. And now you're telling everyone that it just didn't work out, like we were just a flicker or a momentary doubt. But I was building cathedrals while you were playing in the sand. You had a kingdom in your reach, but you didn't understand. Our music past the breaking point, I loved you past the pride. I loved you through the secrets that you tried so hard to hide. I would have been your witness, I would have been your shield, but you never stayed long enough to see the heart I had. You only saw the shadow, you never saw the sun. I'm taking back the pieces now. I'm filling up my own well. It's a story only I can tell, and I'll tell it to the moon. You'll never know the depth of it, you'll never know the cost, but I'm the only one what you really lost, but I loved you more than you knew. It wasn't like a fever that broke inside the night. It wasn't like a candle flame blown out of our sight. We didn't hit a mountain or a jagged hidden reef. We were just a forest slowly losing every leaf. First it was the hours work that turned to I'm just tired. The sparking wires of our youth were becoming unacquired. I didn't see the distance grow, I didn't feel the chill until I realized we were standing perfectly, painfully still. It's a different kind of morning when the body's still in bed, but the spirit of the thing we had has already been fed to the crows of the mundane and the vultures of the years. We didn't run out of love, we just ran out of tears. That we couldn't seem to notch. There's no before and after, there's no day the music died. Just a long and hollow ebbing of a very quiet tide. We didn't snap, we didn't break, we didn't end in fire. We just drifted in a ghost of everything we did desire. Was like a map I had to read. Now you're just a habit that I don't know if I need. We're polite about the laundry, we're careful with the mail, but our hearts are like two ships that have forgotten how to sail. I looked at you this morning while the sun was hitting the floor, and I realized I don't know who you're living for anymore. The man who used to know my soul is a stranger in the light, who's been slipping through my fingers in the middle of the night. Maybe if we'd screamed, we could have found a way back home. Maybe if we'd fall, we wouldn't feel so much alone. But we were just so gentle as we let the whole thing go, watching the garden wither underneath the silent snow. We were dying in the details, we were drowning in the cold, and we never even felt the there's no day the music died. Just a long and hollow ebbing of a very quiet tide. We didn't snap, we didn't break, we didn't end in fire. We just drifted in a ghost of everything we did desire. One day I'll wake up and the bed will be quite wide, and I won't even remember when you moved to the other side. It didn't happen all at once, it happened was nothing left to light the wick. I've rearranged the furniture and changed the locks on the door. I've swept away the echoes of your footsteps on the floor. I fill my days with noise and light to drown the memory out. I tell myself I'm over it without a single doubt. But then the house gets quiet and the moon begins to climb, and I realize I've been lying to myself this whole time. I can tell my mind it's over, I can tell my feet to run, but my soul is still orbiting a cold and distant sun. I've walked 1,000 miles away from where we say goodbye. I've learned to keep my head up and to keep my spirit dry. But there's a part of me that's tethered, a part that won't let go, like a seed that's waiting underneath a heavy sheet of snow. Because my heart still waits for you in the middle of the night. It's still holding on to shadows, it's still looking for the light. It hasn't read the ending, it hasn't seen the scars, it's still wishing on the embers of some long forgotten stars. I can give my hand to someone else, I can start a life that's new, but in the secret, silent places, my heart still waits for you. Yeah, it's still waiting for you. I saw your name in passing, and I didn't even flinch. I've reclaimed every territory, every single inch, but my pulse still has a rhythm that belongs to only us. A primitive vibration, a slow and steady trust. It's like a dog that's sitting by the window in the hall, waiting for a master who isn't gonna call. I'm a master of the moving on, a pro at letting be, but my chest is still a cage for something that I can't set free. Is it hope or is it torture? Is it love or is it grief? To keep a candle burning for a momentary thief. I'm building up my future still looking for the light. It hasn't reached the ending. It hasn't seen the scars. It's still wishing on the embers of some long forgotten stars. I can give my hand to someone else. I can start a life that's new, but in the secret, silent places, my heart still waits for you. I'm still standing on the pavement where the shadows meet the light, in the exact same spot you left me on that cold and bitter night. The seasons change their colors, the leaves turn brown and fell, but I'm a prisoner of a moment trapped inside a shell. The city moves around me like a river made of glass. I watch the happy strangers and the lonely workers pass, but my feet are made of iron and my heart is made of lead. I'm still replaying every single word that you just said. They tell me I should move along, they tell me let it go, as if a heart can simply stop the only beat it knows. But how can I start walking when I don't know where to turn? I'm just a pile of ashes from a bridge you chose to burn. Because I stay where you walked away. I'm still living in the wreckage of that yesterday. You're miles ahead of me, finding someone new, while I'm a statue in the garden of the ghost of you. I'm waiting for the punchline, for the sorry or the stay, but the silence is the only thing that's heading my way. Found the strength to leave, but I only found the grave. So I stay, yeah, I stay where you walked away. I still wear the same perfume that you said you liked the most, hoping if you caught the scent, you'd turn back into a ghost. I keep my phone on loud just in case you lose your mind and realize all the pieces of yourself you left behind. But the screen stays dark and empty and the air is getting thin. I'm losing count of all the battles that I'll never win. I'm a landmark of a heartbreak, I'm a monument of no, watching your taillights vanish in the falling of the snow. Is it pride or is it madness? Is it love or is it fear that keeps me rooted to the ground while you disappear? I'm waiting for the earth to tilt and bring you back to me, but the world is just a circle and I'm a fallen tree. I'm still here, can't you see? I'm still here. Where you walked away, I'm still living in the wreckage of that yesterday. You're miles ahead of me, finding someone new, while I'm a statue in the garden of the ghost of you. I'm waiting for the punchline, for the sorry or the stay, but the silence is the only thing that's heading my way. You found the strength to leave, but I only found regret. So I stay, yeah, I stay where you walked away. you kept going. I just kept waiting. I'm still right here where you left me. We used to stay up talking till the birds began to wake. Now we're careful with our breathing for the fragile ceiling's sake. The air inside this kitchen has grown heavy, damp and thick. The ticking of the kitchen clock is sounding like a trick. I reach across the table but my fingers meet the fog. We're sinking in the pages of a finished travel log. You're looking at your coffee like it's holding every ghost. And I'm the one you're living with, but the one you miss the most. It wasn't a collision, it wasn't a mistake. It was a slow and steady rising of the surface of the lake. We didn't see the water till it reached our very knees. Now we're grasping for the branches of the dying willow trees. And our love drowned in silence. It didn't even scream. It went under like a stone in the middle of a dream. No, I hate you was shouted, no goodbye was ever said. We just ran out of words to keep the fire fed. I was reaching for a lifeline, you were staring at the floor while the ocean came in quietly beneath the bedroom door. Now I'm gasping for a memory, something loud and true, but our love drowned in silence, and I'm drowning with it too. The hallway is a river where the echoes used to play, but the current took the I love yous and washed them all away. I try to start a sentence but the bubbles hit my lips. We're just two tired sailors on a pair of sinking ships. You're a silhouette of static in the corner of my eye. I'd rather have you yell at me than watch the feeling die. But your mouth is set in stone and your heart is under ice, and we've paid the quiet toll of a love that's paid the price. Break the glass, make a sound, let me hear you hit the ground. I would take 1,000 daggers, I would take a jagged word, just to know that in this house I am still being heard. But the water's in our lungs now, and the light is getting dim. I'm reaching for your hand, but you've forgotten how to swim. But our love drowned in silence, and I'm drowning with it too. Bubbles in the dark, the coldness of the deep, the secrets that we're keeping are the ones we're gonna keep. It's over now. It's quiet, finally. I bought the bigger house so we could fill up all the rooms. I planted white gardenias just to watch the way they bloom. I learned to cook for two, I learned to share the middle space. I spent my whole life painting every corner with your face. I was the one who said forever, I was the one who stayed. I never looked for exits in the promises we made. But now the silence is a physical thing I have to move. And I'm stumbling in the rhythm of a heart that's lost its groove. I was always meant for us, I was always meant for we. I didn't have a blueprint for a version of just me. I built my world on top of yours, a castle on the sand. Now I'm staring at the water with nothing in my hand. Because I never meant to be alone, I never meant to be free. I never wanted all the space inside of me. I didn't ask for independence or the strength to stand alone. I just wanted to be resting in the house that we both owned. Every eye feels like a failure, every me feels like a lie. I wasn't built to survive this without you by my side. The dream was so much bigger than the skin I'm living in. I never meant to be alone, but here I am again. I passed a couple on the street, they were laughing at a joke. And I felt the ghost of us inside the words they spoke. I went to buy a single ticket for a Saturday night show, and the lady at the counter didn't even seem to know that my world had ended quietly on a random Tuesday night. That I'm terrified of waking up and facing all the light. I'm a bird without a flock, I'm a kite without a string, for the winter to turn back into the spring. Did I love too much? Did I lean too hard? Did I leave the gates open and the front door unbarred? I didn't wanna be strong, I didn't wanna be brave. I just wanted to be the one you'd fight to save. But you left me to the quiet, you left me to the cold. Now I'm holding on to stories that'll never be told. Inside of me, I didn't ask for independence or the strength to stand alone. I just wanted to be resting in the house that we both owned. Every eye feels like a failure, every me feels like a lie. I wasn't built to survive this without you by my side. The dream was so much bigger than the skin I'm living in. I never meant to be alone, but here I am again. I'm setting the table, but there's only one plate. I'm locking the door, but it's already too late. I was half of a whole, now I'm just half. I never meant to be here, not like this, not alone. I'm looking in the mirror at a person I don't know. The colors in my eyes have all been traded in for snow. I used to be a wildfire, I used to be a storm. I had a way of keeping every heart around me warm. But you didn't just pack your boxes and walk out of the door. You reached inside my spirit and you leveled out the floor. I'm a house with no furniture, a sky without the blue, just a collection of the pieces that weren't good enough for you. I gave you all my laughter, I gave you all my light. I let you take the morning so you'd stay with me at night. I thought I was sharing, I thought we were a team, but you were just a thief inside a very beautiful dream. Because you didn't just leave me, you took the best of me, the girl who believed in the way things used to be, the kindness in my touch, the hope inside my chest. You packed them in your suitcase and you left me with the rest. I'm just the scraps of a person, I'm the shadow on the wall. You took the part that mattered and you didn't care at all. Now I'm hollow, I'm empty, I'm a ghost out on the sea. You took the best, you took the best of me. Spark again, I try to find the flame, but I can't even remember the girl I was before your name. I used to trust the universe, I used to trust the wind, but I'm bracing for the ending before the chapters even begin. You took my capacity to give it all away. You took the forever and you made it just today. I'm a portrait with a gold leaf scratched right off the frame, a survivor of a fire who's forgotten her own name. Wasn't it enough to take my time? Wasn't it enough to make me climb? Did you have to strip the soul right out of my skin? Did you have to leave me with no way to let anyone back in? You took the light, you took the grace, and you left this empty hollow space. Because you didn't just leave me, you took the best of me, the girl who believed in the way things used to be, the kindness in my touch, the hope inside my chest. You packed them in your suitcase and you left me with the rest. I'm just the scraps of a person, I'm the shadow on the wall. You took the part that mattered and you didn't care at all. Now I'm hollow, I'm empty, I'm a ghost out on the sea. You took the best, you took the best of me. I'm trying to rebuild with the stones you left behind, but the masterpiece is gone and the girl is hard to find. You have my joy, you have my pride. I hope you're happy with what's living on the inside. You took the best of me. I've been retracing the timeline, looking for the cracks in the glass, searching for the moment where the gold began to turn to brass. I remember the way you looked at me beneath the porch light glow. It didn't look like leaving, it didn't look like no. You held my hand like it was something you were terrified to lose. You talked about our future like it was a path you'd always choose. I didn't feel a tremor, I didn't feel the ground begin to shake. I didn't know I was standing on a frozen over lake. Was it a performance? Was it just a part you played? Because I lived inside the sunlight of the promises you made. I wasn't looking for a trap, I wasn't looking for a lie. I was just looking at the forever in your eye. Because love felt real until you left. It felt like a heartbeat, not a hollow kind of theft. It felt like a shelter, it felt like the truth. It felt like the marrow in the bones of my youth. Ooh, how can something so solid just vanish in the air? How can you be everything and suddenly not there? My heart didn't get the memo, it's still gasping for a breath. Because love felt real until you scared it to death. I'm looking at the photos, trying to spot the hollow in your smile. Was I the only one who thought we'd go the extra mile? You were so convincing when you whispered in the dark. You didn't sound like someone who was waiting for a spark to burn the whole thing down and leave me standing in the cold. I'm rewriting the story, but the ending's getting old. It's a different kind of torture, a different kind of pain. I know that while I was the sun, you were secretly the rain. Did you decide on Tuesday? Was it months or years ago? While I was planting flowers, were you waiting for the snow? I feel like a fool for believing in the heat. While you were planning out your very quiet retreat, you made it feel so easy, you made it feel so right, until you pulled the curtain and put out the light. Oh, because love felt real until you left. It felt like a heartbeat, not a hollow kind of theft. It felt like a shelter, it felt like the truth. It felt like the marrow in the bones of my youth. Oh, how can something so solid just vanish in the air? How can you be everything and suddenly not there? My heart didn't get the memo, it's still gasping for a breath. Because love felt real until you left. Now I don't trust the shadows, now I don't trust the light. If forever can end on a random Thursday night, then what was the point of the fire? What was the point of the glow? It felt so real, but I guess I'll never know. I kept waiting for the lightning, I was bracing for the storm. I thought we'd go out screaming, keeping all the anger warm. I expected doors to slam and voices to hit the ceiling, but we just sat there on the sofa, losing every feeling. There were no accusations, no how could you or why. We just ran out of oxygen beneath the clear blue sky. I looked over at your profile in the glow of the TV, and I realized you were already 1,000 miles from me. It's the quietest kind of tragedy, the kind you don't even hear. Like the way the color leaves a photograph after a year. We didn't break like glass, we didn't snap like a bone. We just drifted in the corners until we were alone. Because we faded without a fight, we faded without a sound. We didn't burn the bridge, we just let it touch the ground. There's no wreckage to clean up, no bitter words to take back. We just bled out into gray until the world turned black. I almost wish you'd hurt me just to feel a little spark, but we're just two shadows blending in the dark. No goodbye was spoken, no it's over was true. We just faded out, me and you. The flowers in the window didn't wither, they just stayed. Just like the plans for the summer that we quietly delayed. Now the I love yous are shorter, like a habit, like a chore, like a ghost of a heartbeat knocking on a heavy door. I saw you at the table, you were staring at the wall, and I didn't even have the strength to catch you in the fall. We're just two parallel lines that decided not to meet, walking down the same hall on very silent feet. Is it worse this way, to go out with a sigh, to watch the fire die without a single reason why? I'm reaching for the friction, I'm begging for the heat, but the coldness is so heavy and the silence is complete. Yeah, the silence is complete. Faded without a sound, we didn't burn the bridge, we just let it touch the ground. There's no wreckage to clean up, no bitter words to take back. We just bled out in the gray until the world turned black. I almost wish you'd hurt me just to feel a little spark, but we're just two shadows blending in the dark. No goodbye was spoken, no it's over was true. We just faded you. I'm turning off the lamp, you're already asleep. There's no heart left to break and no promises to keep. Just a slow, soft dissolve. This is hey, we just faded. I mastered the art of the stone cold face. I can walk through the grocery, I can move through this space. I tell all our friends that I'm doing just fine, that I've drawn a permanent, unbreakable line. But the moment the sun hides its head in the trees, and I'm forced to my knees by the ghost of a breeze, the dim starts to shatter, the salt starts to sting, and I lose control of the one secret thing. I can trick my mind, and I can lie to my heart. I can tell a story that spills from the corners of eyes. Because my tears still know your name. They whisper it softly as they fall through the flame. They don't believe the over, that they don't care for the pride. They're the only part of me that hasn't learned how to hide. Every drop is a syllable, every splash is a plea, tracing the map of you inside me. I can say I've forgotten, but the rhythm's the same. My heart might be silent, but my tears know your name. They fall on the letters I haven't yet burned, like a lesson in longing that I haven't quite learned. One for the Tuesday we danced in the hall, one for the winter you let the world fall. They're heavy as lead and they're clear as a glass, watching the ghost of our happiness pass. It's a language of liquid, a river of grief, and there's no umbrella that offers relief. I try to blink them back, I try to stay dry, but how do you stop a whole storm in the sky? They know the curve of your cheek, the scent of your skin. They're the bridge to the places that you're living in. Yeah, they're calling you back, they're calling you silent, but my tears know your name. I'm drying my face, I'm clearing the tracks, preparing for morning, and the strength that I lack. But in the dark, in the quiet, they still speak of you. Goodbye. Goodbye. The bookmarks are still sitting in the middle of the page, like a story that was frozen at a tender early age. The tickets on the dresser for the show we'll never see are just yellow pieces of paper marking what we used to be. You walked out in the middle of a sentence in a breath. It wasn't a slow fading, it was a sudden quiet death. I was still leaning in, I was still holding on tight, while you were already halfway into the night. I didn't get the warning, I didn't see the signs. I was busy reading love between all of your lines. I thought we had a lifetime, I thought we had the years, but the finish line appeared before I dried my happy tears. Because you left before I was ready to let go. You ended the movie before the final show. I'm standing in the theater, the lights are coming on, but I'm still staring at the screen, wondering where you've gone. I hadn't said I love you quite enough to make it stick. The candle was still burning, you just cut away the wick. Now I'm holding on to air where your body used to be. You left before I was ready, but you're never leaving me. I'm still buying groceries for a house that sleeps too. I'm still checking the weather to see if it's raining on you. It's a ghost of a habit, it's a muscle in my chest that doesn't understand that you've put us to rest. How do I unknow the way you take your tea? How do I unsee the version of us I used to be? You had a head start on the goodbye, you had time to prepare while I was still building castles out of thin mountain air. Give me one more hour, give me one more fight, give me something to prepare me for this lonely hollow light. You slammed the book shut while I was still on chapter 4, and now I'm left screaming at a locked and bolted door. I wasn't done, I wasn't even close to done. But you're never leaving me. I'm still waiting for the punchline, I'm still waiting for the door to swing. I'm a bird in the winter, waiting for a phantom spring. I wasn't ready, I'll never be ready, but the clock just keeps ticking. The sun is a liar, it helps me pretend that I'm doing fine, that I've reached the end. I can talk to the neighbors, I can work till I'm numb, I can hide from the person I've slowly become. But the shadows are patient, they wait by the bed, they gather the things that we should have both said. And as soon as the porch light flickers to life, the air in this bedroom gets sharp as a knife. I can tell the morning that I moved along, I can tell the noonday that I'm standing strong. But there's a window of time when the moon takes the floor, and I can't keep the memory outside the door. Because the night still miss you, they haven't moved on. they're still holding the space where you slept until dawn. They ask me why your side of the pillow is cold. They're still clinging to stories that we never told. The stars are all restless, the silence is loud. I'm just a ghost looking for you in a cloud. I can make it through the day, I can't get by on the blue. But the nights, oh the nights still miss you. 12:30 hits and the walls start to shrink. I'm standing alone by the bathroom sink, brushing my teeth where you used to lean in. I can still feel the heat of your breath on my skin. The clock on the wall has a mocking old beat, counting the seconds of my own defeat. The darkness remembers the way that we laughed. Now I'm just a captain of a broken down raft. Maybe the 2 a.m. air is just made of regret. Maybe it's programmed to never forget. I'm begging the dawn to come break through the black, to take this heavy heart off of the rack. Because I'm losing my mind in the quiet and dark, chasing a fire from a dying out spark. Because the nights still miss you, they haven't moved on. They're still holding the space where you slept until dawn. They ask me why your side of the pillow is cold. They're still clinging to stories that we never told. The stars are all restless, the silence is loud. I'm just a ghost looking for you in a crowd. I can make it through the day, I can't get by on the blue. But the nights, oh the nights still miss you. Sun's coming up soon, the ceiling is white. I'll put on my armor, I'll win every fight. But I'm already dreading the turn of the light. Because they still miss you, they always miss you. Good night, wherever you are. Found that old map tucked inside the glove box of my car, with the circles round the places that we said we'd go so far. We had the names of children picked, we had the porch swing planned. I could almost feel the weight of a gold band on my hand. The blueprints were all finished, the foundation had been laid. We were a masterpiece of promises that we both bravely made. But the ink began to smear before the house could ever rise. And now I'm staring at a blueprint through these tired, heavy eyes. We weren't a maybe, and we weren't a passing phase. We were the sun that stayed up for 1,000 summer days. How does something so solid just turn into mist? How do we walk away from a life that almost exists? Because we weren't just a moment, and we weren't just a fling. We were the whole damn song, not just the words we used to sing. We were inches from the finish, we were seconds from the always. I can see our ghosts still dancing in those imaginary hallways. It's the almost that's killing me, the nearly and the close, the version of our future that I wanted the most. We didn't just fail, we fell right at the ring. We were almost everything. Yeah, we were almost everything. I passed your mother's house today and almost turned the wheel. It's a phantom limb, this habit, and it's all I ever feel. We were so close to the forever that it's baked into my skin. I don't know where the memory ends and where I should begin. Usually people break because they ran out of the spark, but we went out while we were still the brightest light inside the dark. And that's the tragedy of us, the weight that I still carry, the ghost of the person that I was supposed to marry. We had the keys in the lock, we had the hand on the clock. We were standing on the summit, looking out at the view. And I never saw the edge until I lost the sight of you. It wasn't a spark, it was an intense fire. So how did we end up as it used to end up prior? We were almost everything. I looked in the mirror this morning and didn't recognize the eyes. There's a stranger in my reflection, wearing a hollowed out disguise. I used to have a favorite color, I used to have a stubborn streak, but I traded in my fire just to be the version you would seek. I started dressing in the silence, I started walking on my toes. I pruned away the parts of me that you decided were the thorns upon the rose. Now the garden's looking perfect, just the way you wanted it to be. But I'm standing in the dirt, wondering what happened to me. I was a wildflower before I met your rain. I was a mountain before but you locked the doors behind you when you took the me from we. Because I didn't just lose us, and I didn't just lose you. I lost a girl who knew exactly what she wanted to do. I blurred all my edges just to fit into your frame, until I forgot the rhythm of my own damn name. I was so busy keeping you whole, I didn't see the cracks in my own soul. I was so busy making sure you flew that I forgot I had wings too. Now the bed is empty, but the biggest ghost is in the blue. I lost myself loving you. You like me quiet, so I turned the volume down until it broke. I let you be the punchline while I became the joke. I stopped seeing my friends because they saw the light was fading fast, and I didn't want to admit that a love like this couldn't last. I became a shadow of your ego, a pale reflection of your needs. I was watering your vanity while I was choking on the weeds. And now that you're gone, I'm standing in a room that's far too wide, with a hollow space where my personality used to reside. Who was I before I knew the way you liked your coffee? Who was I before I let your opinions become my prophecy? I'm digging through the wreckage, I'm searching through the debris, trying to find a single piece of the girl I used to be. Where did she go? Where did I go? Where did she go? Where did I go? I didn't just lose us, and I didn't just lose you. I lost a girl who knew exactly what she wanted to do. I blurred all my edges just to fit into your frame, until I forgot the rhythm of my own damn name. I was so busy keeping you whole, I didn't see the cracks in my own soul. I was so busy making sure you flew that I forgot I had wings too. Now the bed is empty, but the biggest ghost is in the blue. I lost myself loving you. I'm starting from zero, I'm learning how to speak again. I'm tracing my own heartbeat, waiting for the me to begin. It's so quiet without your voice, but for the first time in years, I can hear my own. I'm coming back, but I lost so much of me loving you. I haven't seen your face since the leaves were turning gold. The stories that we started are the ones that won't be told. I've deleted every message, I've cleared out every thread, trying to get the sound of you to move out of my head. I see a stranger on the street with your jacket or your hair, and for a second I can breathe again. I think that you are there. Then the logic kicks in cold and the world goes back to gray, but my body hasn't learned yet how to turn its head away. My eyes have finally accepted that the doorway's gonna stay bare, and my hands have stopped reaching for a ghost that isn't there. But there's a part of me that's stubborn, a part that won't be still, a part that's waiting for you. And I'm I'm scared it always will, because I can tell myself it's over. I can say that we're through. I can tell my mind 1,000 times that I'm moving on from you, but my heart still knows your voice. It's the only sound it hears. It's been echoing inside me through the static of the years. If you whispered in a hurricane or a crowded crashing room, my pulse would find your melody and pull me from the gloom. Logic says it's silence, but my soul is making noise. My heart still knows your voice. I went out Friday night just to hear a different tone, to prove that I could stand the night and not feel so alone. But the laughter in the bar felt like a language I don't speak, and the strength I tried to borrow made me feel even more weak. Then a song came on the radio, one you used to hum, and my chest began to tighten and my fingers started numb. It's like you left a frequency vibrating in my bones, a frequency that's tuned to you and you alone. It's a haunting, it's a calling, it's a siren in the deep. It's the name you used to murmur in the middle of your sleep. I could go deaf to the world, I could shut out every light, but I'd still hear you breathing in the hollow of the night. Yeah, I'd still hear making noise. My heart still knows your voice. I'm listening to the quiet, but I'm hearing I love you. It's the only ghost I'm keeping until the world is through. Hush now, I can hear you. My heart still knows you. I found the note you tucked inside my pocket in July, the one that said I'll never let a day go by without showing you that you're the only world I'll ever need. It's funny how a lie looks just like truth before it bleeds. You said it while we watched the tide come crashing on the shore, like you'd said it 1,000 times to 1,000 girls before. I took that word and built a house, I painted every wall, never thinking that a forever could ever be so small. It was a heavy gift to give, but you gave it like a toy, with the reckless easy spirit of a silver-tongued boy. I should have seen the exit signs you were hiding in your sleep before you made a home in me and then asked for leave. You promised forever way too easily, like it was just a breath, like it was meant to be free. But I was building lifetimes on a momentary glance. Now I'm standing in the wreckages of a always and a two, wondering how forever died so fast inside of you. It was a crown you made of paper, a debt you couldn't pay. You promised forever, then you walked away. While you were playing a game, you'd already mastered a trick. You didn't mean to hurt me, no, that's the bitter part. You just don't know the weight of words when they hit a human heart. To you it was a season, to me it was a soul. Now I'm left with half a life while you're out feeling whole. Did you mean it for a second? Did it feel real in the dark? Or was I just a place for you to leave a little mark? Forever isn't something you just say to pass the time when you don't mean to stay. It's a goddamn crime, yeah, it's a crime. Because you promised forever way too easily, like it was just a breath, like it was meant to be free. You threw it in the air like confetti at a dance. But I was building lifetimes on a momentary glance. Now I'm standing in the wreckage of we're always in a two, wondering how forever died so fast inside of you. Heavy as a stone, I'm still here in the forever, but I'm here all alone. You said it like a prayer, but you left me like a ghost. I think I'm the one who meant it the most. I wear my fine like a Sunday dress, tailored to the seams. I smile at all the neighbors, I'm the girl of all their dreams. I keep my shoulders pulled back tight, my chin held way up high. I'm a master of the how are you and the good to see you lie. I hold my breath in grocery aisles when I see your favorite brand. I clench my fists until they ache to hide my shaking hands. I wait until the door is locked and the porch lights turn to black before I let the heavy world fall right off of my back. Because the daytime is for armor and the sun is for the brave, and I'm too proud to let them see the way that I behave. But when the clock strikes 2 or 3 and the world begins to blur, I'm not the steady shining girl I told them that I were. I cry when no one's listening in the middle of the night, when the moon is the only witness and there isn't any light. I let the water hit the floor, I let the screaming out, I whisper every why, and when I'm not allowed to shout, it's a private kind of breaking, it's a secret kind of pain, like a storm behind stars begin to glisten. But I cry, God, I cry when no one's listening. I saw you at the coffee shop. You looked so damn relieved, like you'd finally shed the burden of the heart that I had sleeved. I laughed at someone's joke and then I looked you in the eye. I didn't let a single tear betray the goodbye. But the car ride home was mercury heavy in my chest. I was counting down the minutes till I could give the act a rest. Now I'm leaning on the hallway wall, sliding to the floor, losing all the battles that I fought outside the door. Maybe if I let them see, they'd help me bear the weight. Maybe if I broke in public, I could change this lonely fate. But I've built this tower so high up, I'm afraid of how it falls. So I'm howling at the ceiling, I'm collapsing in these walls. Yeah, I'm breaking in the dark. Can anybody hear my heart? And I could hear my heart. It's so I can't live in the height. I cry. Oh, I cry when no one's listening. In the middle of the night, when the moon is the only witness and there isn't any light. I let the water hit the floor, I let the screaming out. I whisper every why, and when I'm not allowed to shout, it's a private kind of breaking. It's a secret kind of pain, like a storm behind a curtain, like a drought inside the rain. I'm a portrait of perfection till the stars begin to glisten. But I cry, God, I cry when no one's listening. When no one's listening. When no one's listening. Wash my face at 6 a.m. Put the mask back on again. The sun is coming up, so the tears have got to end. I'm okay, I'm fine, but I'm still listening. Are you? There wasn't any shouting, no glass against the wall, no final cinematic fight out in the hallway hall. We didn't go out screaming or burning down the bed. We just ran out of things to say that hadn't been already said. I watched you check your watch while I was pouring out my soul, and I realized then the parts of us will never be a whole. We're just two people sharing space and breathing in the gray, watching every reason that we had just slip away. It wasn't a wildfire, it wasn't a crash. There weren't even embers left inside the ash. It was just a flicker, then a shadow in the hall. The loudest thing about it was the nothing of it all. Love died quietly between us in the dark. There was no sudden ending, no final flying spark. It just exhaled its last breath while we stared at the TV. And I didn't notice you leaving, and you didn't notice me. It didn't go out with a bang or a sorry or a plea. It just started for a little light until he couldn't see. Now I'm sitting in the silence, lost, it's far too free. Love died quietly, and it took the best of me. I found a photo of us from a summer long ago. The girl inside that picture has a heart I used to know. Now I look at you at breakfast and you're reading through the news, and I'm picking out the pieces of the life I'm gonna lose. We're polite about the butter, we're careful with the tea, but we're ghosts of the lovers that we both used to be. It's the kind of death that happens when you're looking at your phone. The loneliest I've ever been is when I'm not alone. Maybe if we'd fought, we could have found a way to mend. Maybe if we cried, we could have postponed the end. But we were just too tired, or maybe just too cold, to hold on to a story that was already told. Now the air is getting thinner, and the room is getting old. Now the air is getting thinner, and the room is getting old. I used to think that being alone was just an empty room, a quiet house, a Friday night, a garden left to bloom. I thought it meant no voice to hear, no shoes beside the door, but I didn't know what empty meant until I wanted more. You're sitting 3 feet away on the edge of the velvet chair, but there's 1,000 miles of static hanging in the air. I'm reaching out my hand to touch the ghost of who you were, but you're looking through me like I'm a blur. I used to fear the dark, the silence and the cold, but those are gentle stories compared to what I hold. You taught me something new, a lesson sharp and deep, a secret kind of misery that stays even when I sleep. Because I learned loneliness from you, the kind that follows me in a room for two. It's the way you look away when I'm screaming with my eyes. It's the I love you that sounds like 1,000 little lies. I wasn't hollow till you filled me up, then walked away inside. Now there's nowhere left for a breaking heart to hide. I knew how to be solo, I knew how to get through, but I learned loneliness, I learned loneliness from you. We're sharing the same blanket, but I've never felt so chill. The space between our bodies is a void that can't be filled. You're humming to a song I've never heard you sing before, like you're already packing up and heading for the door. I'm a stranger in your history, a footnote on the page, while I'm treating every word from you like a bird inside a cage. You mastered the art of being gone while staying in the light, leaving me to freeze to death in the middle of the night. I was fine on my own, I was steady, I was whole before you carved your absence like a canyon in my soul. Now I'm lonely in the kitchen, I'm lonely in the hall, but being lonely when you're touching me is the hardest part of all. Yeah, it's the hardest part of all. Oh, I learned loneliness from you, the kind that follows me in a room for two. It's the way you look away when I'm screaming with my eyes. It's the I love you that sounds like 1,000 little lies. I wasn't hollow till you filled me up, then walked away inside. Now there's nowhere left for a breaking heart to hide. I knew how to be solo, I knew how to get through. I heard loneliness, I heard loneliness from you. The silence is different now. It's heavy, it's loud. I used to be a person, now I'm just your shadow in a crowd. Thank you for the lesson, even if it broke me in two. I learned loneliness from you, just from you. I haven't moved the coffee mug you left beside the sink. It's funny how the smallest things can force a soul to think. The dust is settling on the life we spent 3 years building up. Now I'm just staring at the dregs inside. Ceramic cup, I saw a movie trailer that I knew you'd wanna see. I reached out for my phone before I remembered there's no we. The habit of you is a ghost that follows me through the hall. I'm still waiting for your shadow to stretch across the wall. They say that time is a healer, that it washes out the stain, but every hour feels like salt poured inside the rain. And I'm just standing here soaked to the bone in a house that's far too loud now that I'm alone. Because your goodbye doesn't stay at the door, it doesn't leave when you don't love me anymore. It moved into the guest room, it's sleeping in our bed. It's the only conversation happening inside my head. I try to breathe it out, but it's anchored to my ribs like a secret that I'm keeping, like 1,000 tiny fibs. Every heartbeat is a reminder of the rest of my life. Your goodbye lives in my chest like a dull rusted knife. Yeah, your goodbye lives in my chest. I went to the grocery store and bought the bread you like. I almost called to ask if you were home from your morning hike. Then the silence hit me hard in the middle of aisle 4. I'm a stranger to the person that I was just a week before. I'm wearing your old sweatshirt just to feel a little weight, trying to trick my skin into thinking it's not too late. But the scent is fading fast, just like the promises you made. Now I'm just a silhouette living in your shade. Because your goodbye doesn't stay at the door, it doesn't leave when you don't love me anymore. It moved into the guest room, it's sleeping in our bed. It's the only conversation happening inside my head. I try to breathe it out, but it's anchored to my ribs like a secret that I'm keeping, like 1,000 tiny fibs. Every heartbeat is a reminder of the rest of my life. Your goodbye lives in my chest like a dull rusted knife. Is it living in yours too? Or did you clear out all the rooms? Did you sweep away the dust with a brand new broom? How can a word so short feel so heavy and so deep? It's the first thing that I wake to, and the reason I don't sleep. No, your goodbye didn't stay at the door. It followed me inside and it's shaking up the floor. It's sitting at the table, it's crying in the shower. It grows a little stronger with every passing hour. I try to breathe it out, but it's anchored to my ribs like a secret that I'm keeping, like 1,000 tiny fibs. Every fight is a reminder of the rest of my life. Yeah, it lives in my chest. Yeah, it lives in my chest. I'm exhaling, but you're still there in the space between my lungs and